What is up everyone, it is Sacred Saiyan here, welcoming you back to another video. Today, we're going to be doing the third episode of this series, What If Goku is in My Hero Academia? If you end up liking today's video, then please consider subscribing. It is free, and you can always unsubscribe later. Also, if you want to join my Discord server, then there is a link to that in the description of the video. You can talk to me and my community, grind for roles, hang out, and if you put your art on the Artex channel and 10 people react to a star, it will get featured at the end of the video. Also, if you want to support me and the channel, then you can become a channel member. There's a link in the description of the video to become one. There are multiple tiers and each of them give you more and more perks. If you guys enjoy this part and want to see another part to this series, then get this video to 500 likes. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into the third episode of What If Goku Was in My Hero Academia? All of the students are preparing themselves for their trip to the USJ, and Mr. Aizawa walks over to Goku and Deku who are talking, and Aizawa tells Deku that since his costume was destroyed, he will have to wear his PE uniform to the USJ, while everyone else wears their hero costumes. Deku being fine with this, so after some time passes, and everyone is in their hero costumes on the bus, other than Midori whose outfit was completely destroyed in the Heroes vs Villains training battle, all of the students are talking about who has the strongest quirk. And some of them say Todoroki, but others say Goku. Goku's quirk seems just like All Might's, even more so than Midoriya's quirk, since Goku doesn't hurt himself while using his quirk. Todoroki just looks away, not caring about the other students' opinions, as he knows he is the strongest. He has to be. The students then arrive at the USJ. The students meeting the Hero 13, and they all walk inside the USJ, and the students look in awe at the building. It looks so cool. Then, out of nowhere, a giant purple and black portal begins to open, and then a bunch of villains walk out of it. Mr. Aizawa then tells 13 to protect the students and get to the exit, then jumping down and beginning to take on the villains. However, Mr. Aizawa looks in shock when he sees his student Goku jump down alongside him. Mr. Aizawa shouts at Goku to get out of here, but Goku refuses, saying Mr. Aizawa's quirk isn't good for long battles with so many opponents. He won't win alone. Mr. Aizawa knows Goku is right. He could use the help, so he tells Goku fine, but the moment things get out of control, he runs for the door. Goku nods, and then Goku and Mr. Aizawa fight all the weakling villains side by side. Goku's mastery of multiple types of martial arts, along with his immense strength, make it easy for him to take out the C-list villains. Mr. Aizawa is doing far better than he was in canon, thanks to Goku's help, and eventually, the two defeat all of the weak villains, and come face to face with the main two. Aizawa rushing in and attempting to elbow Shigaraki, however he catches the elbow and he begins to decay it. Goku then jumps in, kicking Shigaraki in the jaw and sending him flying back. Shigaraki then laughing and saying, "I thought Eraserhead was cool, but he needs some help of some dumb kid." Goku smirks, saying if he is the final boss, then he is disappointed, but Shigaraki then begins to uncontrollably laugh. "I'm not the final boss." Goku and Mr. Aizawa then turn around, seeing the Nomu, and the Nomu then punches Goku away, and begins to brutally beat on Eraserhead to Shigaraki's gleeful delight. Goku stands back up, wiping blood from his face, and he rushes towards the Nomu to help Mr. Aizawa, attempting to punch the Nomu, but the Nomu clashes his fist with Goku's, creating a massive shockwave and sending Goku flying back. And Goku feels great pain in his arm, but it isn't broken. The Nomu then continues to beat on Aizawa, Goku watching the entire thing with complete fear and anger at himself for not being able to do anything. The Nomu then goes in for another strike on the pro hero, seemingly being the final blow, but someone catches the punch. It is Goku, his eyes now being a yellow colour, and he harnesses the power of an Uzari without becoming one. Goku then punches the Nomu back, the Nomu actually being pushed back a great distance, however it seems the attack did no damage. Shigaraki then jumps at Goku from behind, attempting to grab onto his head and decay it, but Goku quickly reacts, turning around and beginning to crouch, and then the image of Bakugo using his explosions appears in his head. For some reason, Goku has the instinct to try replicate this, so he does, but instead of an explosion, a small blue ball of energy appears in his hand, and he hits Shigaraki with it, sending him up into the air where the Nomu quickly jumps and catches him. Shigaraki then looks at his torso, having severe burn marks as Shigaraki begins to scream out of anger, shouting for the Nomu to kill that kid. Deku and his group eventually arrive, watching as Goku and the Nomu trade blows, and they see as Kurogiri appears next to Shigaraki. Deku now has to decide what to do. He can either go and try help Goku, or he can go and try fight the other two villains. Goku looks like he's greatly outmatched, but thanks to his martial arts skill, he's able to dodge a lot of the Nomu's heaviest punches, and land some good punches of his own. Deku then watches, as Shigaraki begins walking to the heavily injured Aizawa. Deku making his choice, and he jumps in and tries to punch Shigaraki. However, a purple and black portal then appears in front of Deku, and Shigaraki's arm comes through it, about to touch Deku's face, however it is hit with another blue ball of energy. Shigaraki, Deku, and Kurogiri look over to Goku, who is heavily injured, but shot the ball of energy with one arm, while blocking a powerful punch by the Nomu with his other. Shigaraki scowls. Kurogiri, go help the Nomu finish that kid. It is taking too long. Kurogiri is about to do so, but then the USJ doors slam open, and a dominating figure jumps through them, shouting, "I am here!" All Might then jumps down to the fight, punching the Nomu off Goku, who is heavily injured and is fading in and out of consciousness. All Might tells the boy, "He can rest now. He is here, and he will deal with those villains." All Might then begins his battle with the Nomu and Kurogiri, and the following events remain the same, up until everyone returns to school, after they are allowed some time off for a couple of days. Goku walks into the class, and all of the students begin to cheer, to Goku's complete and utter surprise. Yaoyorozu says that Goku was amazing defending Mr. Aizawa, and asks Goku if he is okay. Goku slightly blushes, saying he is fine, and anyone else would have done the same. Deku then walks up to Goku, wanting to ask about what happened to Goku in the USJ. He saw his hair stick up, and his eye colour changed, and he was way stronger than he should have been. Not to mention, he seemingly used a different quirk entirely with whatever that blue energy was. But before he gets a chance, Mr. Aizawa says he wants to speak with Goku in private. Goku agreeing, as him and Mr. Aizawa walk into the corridor alone. Aizawa thanks Goku for saving him. Even though it was reckless, he may not be standing here today if Goku didn't. Mr. Aizawa wants to know what the hell that transformation of Goku's was. Goku tells Aizawa that, being completely honest, he has no idea, but whatever it was, he hasn't been able to tap into it since, and he doesn't think he'll be able to for a while. Aizawa then asks, "How were you able to use another quirk? You created blue balls of energy out of thin air, and for someone with a strength quirk, that shouldn't be possible, not even including your strange transformation." Goku says he is sorry, but yet again, he doesn't know. He just pictured Bakugo's explosions in his head, and he just instinctually tried to replicate it. He doesn't know why, and he doesn't know how he was able to create energy. However, unlike the transformation, he can still use that energy, showing Aizawa as he creates a small ball of energy in his hand, and it then dissipates. But Goku then tells Aizawa that he feels like there is more to it. Like, not only can he create energy attacks, but just the fact that he feels like every aspect of him has become stronger because of it, and he believes he may even be able to use that energy in different ways. Aizawa thanks Goku for his time, telling him he can go back into the class, and he'll be there shortly. Goku saying okay, as he does so. Aizawa stands in the corridor alone, thinking that he will have to keep his eye on Goku, and tell Principal Nezu about his discoveries. Maybe even All Might as well. Aizawa then walks back into his class to tell the students about the UA Sports Festival. Aizawa thinking that this will give him the perfect chance to watch Goku. However, this is where we're going to end off this part. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure to like, comment, and please do subscribe. It is quick and easy to do. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to Neo Whitcomb, Destroy God Broly, Yeti Myth, XRR, and Frederick Frankenstein for becoming channel members. If you want to be shouted out at the end of a video, and get the perks like the channel members here, then there is a link in the description down below to become a channel member. It greatly supports me, and it helps me immensely. With all of that out of the way, hope to see you all in the next episode of What If Goku Was in My Hero Academia.